below the Reddit post over down in the description below, posted by WickedPlayer494. Credit to him. It says gameplay. Now this is the update for, of course, September 16th, 2016. If you guys are watching this for some reason in the future, and it's 1.35.4.8. It says for gameplay, the first person camera of players, spectators, and demo viewers is no longer allowed to rise higher than their third person head. This should also prevent first person players from being able to see them perspectives where the third person head is not also exposed. Nextly, they have when a player's first person camera is adjusted, bullets fired from both their client and server side locations are also adjusted to emit from the corrected position. Next, if for any reason the third-person player animation lowers a player's head beneath the client's first-person camera, the client's first-person camera is lowered to stay at the height of the third person's head. This means that the third-person motion of the players is now represented more accurately from the first-person perspective. So obviously a lot of this is a little bit more complicated for you guys who really don't play that much CSGO and only play once a week, but basically they just did a lot of good things. They did a lot of good things with being able to exploit looking around in third-person mode and spectating your teammate or enemy or whatever that specifically was going on. So they fixed that. Also, I believe they fixed the hit registration, which is a huge thing because there was not necessarily an exploit, but Valve didn't notice it, and until it took, I don't remember the guy's name, I really don't, sorry, but seriously, there was actually somebody who figured out that the way if you like rotated and you looked around without moving your feet, basically just moving your mouse instead of WASD, it would actually make it so it was significantly like harder to get headshots, and it would what the fuck, dude? It would mix up or mess up the headbox, the hit shot, the headshot hitbox. Yeah, that makes sense. The headshot hitbox, where it would be really, really hard to get a headshot because you would literally be shooting them in the head, no matter what gun you were using, actually in like 90% of the head or 80% of the head, and it wouldn't hit because they had like done this weird rotation glitch, and I think Valve went out of their way to fix that. So the next thing is third-person landing recovery animations are now weighed based on altitude, traversed and duration in air. Players landing from small jumps or falling from lesser heights will play more subtle landing animations. So that's pretty good because before when you jumped down, it would just straight up launch your head up and down. You were going crazy. It was like you became half your height for a second. It was really unfair because that wasn't what the person saw on the other end. Next, you guys know the anti-crouch spam. You know in CSGO if you're playing and you try and crouch like 8 times in a row really, really fast. Well, the system for that has actually been changed to use degrading speed. Here's some footage of that really quickly if you want to check it out. Okay, so looking at that, honestly, I prefer it this way. I think it's pretty nice, unless you use sticky keys and GG. But still, instead of logging a key press count where it would just count to 5 or 6 or whatever it was before, as before, the more often players crouch, the slower they will rise or lower. But this should now prevent bugs where players would instantly stand after not being able to press crouch, or their crouch spam penalty by moving a tiny bit amount. They would avoid that. If players crouch even more, like you guys saw in the gameplay a little bit ago, eventually they'll just stay standing up. You know, it's not going to do what it did before. You'll literally just not be able to crouch like I showed you guys. Next up, the first person and third person crouch speed is now more closely related. The third person players more quickly to match the first person representation. Next, players landing in crouch positions play a more subtle landing animation that raises their third person head less noticeably. Again, that plays at the point where somebody would fall off whatever Dust 2 cat down to CT spawn on Dust 2. That would happen, and then their head would just launch. It would bounce. It would be like your entire body, and again, you would become like half the height of what somebody who was looking at you would see, but you wouldn't see that, you know, half the height. You'd still basically stay still. You know, you move whatever 5%, but it was really sort of an advantage for falling. It wasn't really fair because you didn't see the exact same animations on both screens. It's just, again, unfair. The next one I'm gonna say is actually has to do with Molotovs. Molotovs are no longer extinguished by smokes that are significantly below them, so now it's possible to smoke inside hut on Nuke and throw a Molotov on top of hut, or smoke under Palace balcony on Mirage and throw a Molotov on the balcony floor. Next up, Molotovs are no longer extinguished by smokes that are above the fire height. We've seen this actually on 3Clicks Phillips' channel. I'll link his channel down below. He actually, you could see where you would throw a Molotov, let's say at the ground, and then you would throw a smoke like whatever, like 1 feet above or 1 foot above, and the smoke would stay mid-air. So Molotovs are no longer extinguished by smokes that are above the fire height. Molotovs also no longer spread under closed doors. So you guys know B site on cache, or excuse A site on cache, my bad. A ace out on cash in Squeaky if you just mollied straight at the bottom of the door. From being a CT, being, you know, basically on site, you'd molly that door and it would be able to spread into Squeaky. Now apparently that stops, so that's no longer. Whether you like that or not doesn't really matter. Next one is smoke grenades no longer get stuck in player clips when they extinguish flames upon bouncing off a wall. So a lot of molly and smoke fixes, I'm down with that. People were taking advantage of it. I didn't see it. It wasn't really that rampant when I played, but still. So Molotovs are no longer that glitchy, basically. Now to the part that you guys have all been waiting for the sound changes. They increase the fidelity and reduce distortion for fire sounds of the AWP SSG 08 or Scout, G3SG1 Auto Sniper, and SCAR 20 Auto Sniper. They also added unique reload, distant, and draw sounds for the Scout, G3SG1, and SCAR 20, so they didn't really change like the cockback or the pullout of the AWP. Gunshots, tails for AWP SSG 08, G3SG1, and SCAR 20 no longer remain at the position they were fired and instead more accurately spread over the environment. So you guys can see this right here. Here is the AWP, the first one right here. Check it out. Now, yes, I did just play them all straight, even though I said the AWP. I just wanted to see help you guys see them consecutively. Personally, everybody's going to go down in the comment section below and say, Quad, what the hell, dude? The AWP, it sounds like a lightning strike. Literally, I agree, it does. It sounds like a thunderstorm, a lightning strike, and I've seen people going off on Twitter, and I honestly think this as well. I don't know how long it's going to last, probably a few days max, but apparently people are saying that the AWP lightning strike is going to like increase in price because, you know, kids are going to start memeing and trying to do some stuff, making like, oh, name tag their shit like, oh, sound or something like that. I don't know anything creative right now, but still, you know, when you have an AWP lightning strike that's literally a lightning strike across the gun or across the skin, and now the new AWP sound that just came out 20 minutes ago sounds like a lightning strike. Pretty cool, pretty creative if you ask me. So still, I think that the AWP lightning strike will probably increase by like $5 or $10. It's like 40, 35 bucks right now. So still, I think that's pretty funny. I do like the AWP sound. It sounds really different. I'm excited to see how, kind of nerdy to say this, but I'm excited to see how it kind of plays out. I don't know. I'm a nerd, dude. I'm making fucking Counter-Strike videos. So again, the AWP, I'm excited for that. I think it sounds really different, and I like it. A lot of you guys are probably going to hate on it because, of course, everybody hates on the new sounds. Always, with any gun, whether it be the heavies, the pistols, the SMGs, whatever, everybody hates on it, or at least like 90% of the community. Next is the SSG 08 or Scout. I like that. I really do like it. It sounds like a little bit of a more toned down AWP, which I kind of understand. So again, the Scout looks really cool. It does look cool, but it sounds really good as well. I enjoy that sound. And for both the autos, the G3 and the SCAR, I like both of them. To me, they're really not that big of a deal. I don't really use the SCAR or the G3 that often. My girlfriend Riley is a way different story. You guys know that if you watch our Twitch stream. Seriously, twitch.tv/Quadmft. But still, hey, it's way different. SSG 08, I like it. AWP, I like it. G3 SCAR, I guess I like it. I really don't care that much, but hey, it sounds more realistic to me, so that's pretty cool. And you know what this means when they update the AWP and in the Scout and the auto snipers. Whew, that means the M4 is coming, the M4A1's coming, the AK is coming, the Galil's coming, the FAMAS. They're all going to change pretty soon. I wouldn't be surprised if those sound updates came with the new operation. I'm really surprised that this update for, I believe they changed hit registration. I'm really not quite sure. I didn't read too much into that in this update, or at least I didn't see anything. I've been keeping up to date with it, but that's kind of weird. I think it did. If it didn't, whatever, it'll come soon. But still, with the new operation coming out, we don't have an exact date for it. We don't know what it's called, what it's going to do. Of course, there will be a new case in that, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was about 2 weeks from now. That would be a little bit more accurate to me. So we'll get that new operation. We'll get the hit registration fix. If we didn't get it in this one, we'll get probably a new case. And you know, with the new operation, there's maps and stuff like that, as well as, I would assume, M4, M4A1, AK, AUG, SG553, Galil, FAMAS changes. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of rifles left, so I would hope that they would do it all in one, but if they kind of separate it out and like leave the AK and the M4s left for one specific update, wouldn't be surprised, because they did 4 guns in this one. I wouldn't be surprised if they did the FAMAS, Galil, SG553, and AUG in the next one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Tried to keep you guys updated and keep you guys filled on everything that had to do in the new update. Again, I'll link it down below. Credit to Wicked Player 494. Link to that post down in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button on this video if you did enjoy, as well as, of course, subscribe and join the Quad Squad if you haven't already. We're almost at 130,000 subs, 130K. Pretty freaking slick if you ask me. So it's been your boy Quad, and if you made it till this point in the video, go